Hello everyone, welcome to Adventures with JJ. Today I wanted to review 3 popular bottle brands, all that promise to take away fussiness, colic, gas, and spit up. So we have the Dr. Brown's bottles, and we have 2 Playtex. We have the Ventaire, as well as the Nurser bottles with the drop-in liners. All 3 were used with slow flow nipples for my newborn. I judged them based off of ease of assembly, effectiveness, does it do what it's promising to do, as well as the accuracy of their measurements, because I've noticed that some bottles are off. So let's get started with the Dr. Brown's. Ease of assembly, looks a little complicated with all its parts, it's really not. They use these little blue vents. You just attach it to this little thing here, pop it into the bottle, you got your nipple, pop it on in, pull it through, and cap it. Easy peasy frappuccino. I really like this bottle because it seems to do exactly what it promises. The little one seems to be less gassy when he uses them, but mostly I've noticed that he spits up a lot less when using the Dr. Brown's bottles. Also, something to note, the measurements are completely accurate when measuring with my own measuring cup here at home. It's actually the only bottle that I've used that is completely accurate. So yay for Dr. Brown's. Moving on to the Ventaire bottle. This bottle is angled slightly so that when you're holding your baby up at an upright position, it's a little easier to get the angle correct here. It's supposed to help with ear infections down the road. We haven't had to contend with that yet. So it's kind of cool. I like the angle of the bottle. Ease of assembly. They use a slightly different vent. It's this little plastic doohickey that goes on the bottom of the bottle. And when your baby sucks in formula or breast milk, the air comes to the bottom of the bottle. And just like Dr. Brown's, it's very easy, just a couple of parts. And you put the cap on, bada bing, bada boom. I like this bottle just fine. The only thing that I've noticed about the Playtex nipples are even the slow flow. My little one spits up a whole heck of a lot. So I don't know if it's just too fast for his little newborn mouth or what, and maybe over time it'll get a little better. But gassiness is fine. What I have noticed, the measurements are off 1/4 of an ounce. I don't know if that's just my bottles or if it's all Playtex bottles. But yeah, so make adjustments if this is what you want to try. So again, good bottle, more spit up with him, a little off on the measurements, but ease of assembly. Woo! Moving on to the drop-in Nurser bottles. I was really excited about these. It's supposed to simulate sucking on the breast. You have these liners that you put in. You're supposed to be able to squeeze all the air out, and it's supposed to help with the gassiness, and they spit up. It also can be angled just like its sister bottle over here to prevent ear infections and help make it easier to feed your baby. These are ridiculous, and let me explain why. So I'd heard a lot of things about how the measurements were off. Just like these bottles, they were 1/4 of an ounce off when I measured. I heard that the measurements you need to measure with the little tickers on the liners and not on the bottle, and for some reason they're off that way. I measured both and they were both exactly the same, both 1/4 of an ounce off. But anyway, how these work for assembly. You would fill your formula or breast milk into the liner, you would drop it in, it's supposed to make bottle cleaning easier, whatever. You would put on your nipple, and here's where it gets ridiculous. Oh, and also, they do have little arrows on these bottles that you have to line up until it clicks. It's kind of hard to do actually, but it's supposed to make it leak proof. So, the reason this is a pain in the butt to me is you would squeeze the liner, you're supposed to squeeze all the air out, but my little guy is still drinking like 2 to 3 ounces at a time. And my hand can't get far enough in here to squeeze the air out. So I have to use a spoon, and I gotta push it up there, and it takes a long time to do. I mean, a long time when you've got a crying child who's hungry, and you just wanna get the formula in there, and you're doing this, you're pushing this stupid liner, and you just keep squishing it until all the formula or milk is in the nipple all the way up, and it squirts out like that. And that supposedly has taken all the air out. Again, pain in the butt for the reasons that I just noted. Another thing that I didn't like is, so if you got your milk in the fridge and you need to warm it up, you want to put it in a warm bowl of water, it doesn't get to the liner that's now been squished up into the nipple, or even when it's hanging down. I've noticed when you put it in the warm bowl of water, it doesn't warm the liner milk, it just warms the bottle, and then you still have cold milk. So I did use it and gave it a go with my little guy, and it just like the Ventaire, air vent, whatever bottles, it too caused a lot of drool and spit up when he was drinking. So I think maybe just the slow flow nipple is just not slow enough for him. So anyway, my favorite bottle of all three of these is definitely Dr. Brown's. It's just easier to do. It causes less drool and spit up, and I really like it. So does my little guy. So I hope you found this useful, and thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.
Oh, my little Jamie, you know I love you so. Don't ever try to leave me, boy. I'll never let you go. Oh, my little Jamie, you know you'll always be mine. I'm never gonna leave you, boy, until the end of time.